Hey everyone, this is Christina in Tennessee. So I've been kayaking for many years, and a lot of times the places you want to get to are down a main channel with open water paddling, which if you've done a lot of that, you know how exhausting that can get. If you're like me and you like flat water paddling, but you don't like the hour it takes to get to some of the places, you might want to consider doing what we did. We bought these Saturn floats from Boats to Go about a month ago, and I have had them out, gosh, at least 15 times. Let me tell you kind of what we did. We built this motor here to spec. If you go to the bottom of the page there where you can buy this particular kayak, it'll tell you exactly how to build it. The battery we got lasts about an hour and a half to 2 hours if you run it full open. What I prefer to do, so I need to turn here. What I prefer to do is to run it at about 50%, and best I can tell, so far I've gotten at least 3 hours out of it before it even hits 50%. So that's just kind of what works for us. My son here is sitting on the recommended paddleboard chair, and I have had 4 or 5 people sit in this chair already, and it worked great until my son back here kind of sat on the back part of it, and there's some metal rods in the back that kind of dug into the paddleboard. So don't make that mistake. If you install it correctly and you sit on it correctly, it works well. They show us some of the modifications we've made on here. If I could figure out how to turn this around. So right here we've got some bungee cords my husband installed, and on my son's boat, which you can't really see, in the back of it we installed a bungee net, and that was very cool. So we've done this both ways. Generally when I come out I have 2 of us. The first half a dozen times we took it out, I pushed the second boat, so I was the back boat and the motor was pushing both of us, but I have found that I seem to have more control when I'm the front boat. Now I will say the whole reason I got this was because I've got grandbabies ages 3 and 5 that I'm gonna take out, and when I take them out I'm gonna put them in front of me, and I have a second seat just like the one my son is sitting in, and I'll have each one of them in a little seat and right up here in the front so I can see them, and we're gonna be good to go. So all in all, I'm gonna say I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled with the purchase that I've made. Is this motor you can see back here. The shaft is supposed to touch the back part of the paddleboard, and if you overinflate it, it's hard to get it to stick straight down in the water. It wants the cockeye out at an angle. So that's some of the things we've kind of learned on the way here. I'm gonna turn it off. We're getting some shallow water. So right now we're getting into some really pretty flat water. We're gonna turn off the motor and we're gonna start paddling now. So here we are from our lake to yours. Have a good time, everybody. One more thing I wanted to actually say about the paddle boards. I believe they are spec'd at 19.5 pounds each, and I'm a small person, and I can easily do both paddle boards by myself. As a matter of fact, except for my son here and my husband that's gone out a couple times, it's always me and a girlfriend. So don't think that this is something you can't do. Also, because they're inflatable, they're easy to get on top of the car, and you don't need any special equipment as long as you have the runners. And so what we did is we got some foam pads to fit on our rudders. We put the first one on upside down, so face down. The second one we put, the first one we put face up, and we take the rudders off. So the first one we put face up, the second one we put face down, so they're kind of facing each other, and it works like a dream. So they're super incredibly sturdy. When I was looking for these, I was looking for something that was 4 or 5 inches deep, as in thick, and I think this one might even be 6. I'm not sure, but I am thrilled with the quality of the stitching. One more thing, I love to find new creeks and places that you like have to drag your board over rocks or over trees that have fallen in the water. I'm kind of an adventurer like that, and I have not had the second thought about ripping it. I also want to say that I have been paddleboarding for many years, and this feels like a big plastic paddleboard when you're standing on it. You don't have any feeling at all that this is a blow up. So anyway, just wanted to share some of my thoughts with you guys, and happy sailing. Hey everybody, so we made it upstream. We paddled really hard. We did have to take our fins off. Fins are about 8 inches deep. So this is us kind of coming back without, this is where we just came from. Without the fin, they're a little more difficult to control, but not too terrible. But I tell you what, we have gone a lot of places without our fins. So basically, even in water, like right now I'm going over some rocks right here, you can see that, with no more than maybe 2 or 3 inches clearance. And these boards are so buoyant. There's a rock right there in front if you can see that. And I didn't even scrape it. So, and you gotta realize too, I've got an extra, about a 75 pounds, maybe not that much, close to it, 65, 70 pounds on my back because I did the built-in motor. So I'm just kind of coasting down here, just kind of show you some of the places you can go when you have a really buoyant board. Now my son up here, he's paddling, so he's gonna go faster than me. I am just creeping along. But anyway, if you are an adventurer at heart like I am, we have had more fun with these than you can shake a stick at. And I'm from Tennessee, so that's something that we say down here. We have not seen a soul, like not a single soul, since we've been out here. And if you ever wonder how to find these cool places, I just pull out my Google Maps and I search along the rivers and the lakes, and I look for long finger coves with streams coming off of them. And if the stream has been given a name that you can see on the map, then generally they are big enough to kayak. If it's a stream with no name, sometimes it's seasonal, but generally we have not had very good luck with those. So, signing off, Christina from Tennessee. Bye, y'all.